Namaste, my beautiful people. I just want to jump right into talking about what it looks like when your third eye is balanced and healthy, right? So you will be more non-reactionary, which means you see people, places, and events in life more objectively, which makes you less offended by everything because you know it's not personal, right? So that leads me to my next point. You don't take everything so personal because you fully understand that it's not you, it's them, right? So you understand that they have limiting beliefs or they have issues or whatever, and they are projecting their shit onto you and taking it out on you. And it's not about you in any way, shape, or form. So you are not tripping. You let it go, right? You recognize that, and you can be the bigger person because you don't have those same issues, right? So you will also be able to take drama and chaos with ease, right? So you appreciate polarity. You appreciate polarity a little more because you understand that we can't have that light without the darkness, right? You understand that we live in a binary universe. You understand that we need polarity and the darkness to help us grow, help us learn, and you see the deeper meaning to things, right? You could be stubbing your toe and you're like, what is this teaching me? That really hurts, so it sucks, but what is this teaching me? To slow down and have more patience? Okay, I can deal with that. And I'm actually thankful for this opportunity of life slowing me down so I can recognize all this, right? And next time I can do things more beautifully and make things happen better because I will not have to stub my toe because I already know I have to take things slow and take things with ease. So I'm gonna get the best possible result. Thank you, life, for teaching me this lesson. Another thing that's gonna happen, you are gonna be highly intuitive. You are going to casually pick up on life and its events before they actually happen. And I'll give you some examples. All right, so the other day I was driving down the freeway and I saw on my GPS, it said 8 miles till my destination. And so what popped into my head was somebody cracking an 8-mile joke with Eminem and, the whole 8 Mile movie, and running through an entire scenario in my head where people are joking about 8 Mile, right? And I'm thinking, like, it stood out to me. I'm thinking, like, why does 8 miles, like, obviously that's why it reminds me, but I usually can look at like 8 miles and not think about Eminem or not think about 8 Mile or, any of that, right? So a couple miles down the street, I see a big ass sign, exit, that says 8 Mile Road, next exit. And so I'm like, this is why that stood out to me, because I was picking up, on that future timeline, right? Very casually. This is something we can all do. Another thing, another example of this is when you haven't heard a song, in like a million years, since like the 90s or something, and some song comes on and it's like, Luda or something, like, I wanna lick you to your head, anyway. You're like, I haven't heard that song in a long time. Why am I thinking about that? That's so weird. But then the very next song that comes on the radio is that song. And you're like, I literally was just thinking about that song. That's so weird, right? This is not a coincidence. These are not subtle coincidences, right? These are you picking up on future timelines, or, even just tapping into the radio station frequency on your own, because all of us humans have that capability. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So more benefits to having your third eye just open and balanced is you will be very cognitive, more clear-minded, just in general. Your memory, your focus, your ability to comprehend things is going to be at an all-time high, right? So this also includes remembering your dreams very vividly. Another thing is that you, are a little bit of a deeper thinker. You see the deeper meanings in things. And so you will easily just be able to pull meanings and guidance from the universe and things that you can know, valuable information. You can pull all this from your dreams. You can connect to loved ones. You can, deceased loved ones. You can do all kinds of stuff, right? Because you see the deeper meaning to things. So, last but not least, right? you might be able to see energy particles very vividly, right? So an example of this is a heater. When you look at a heater, you see all the energy particles coming off it. You see kind of the air bending around it. You see that heat coming off it, right? You see the particles. So you can look at other things in life because everything has energy particles, and you can see that same kind of pattern, right? And so another example is when I was at the nail salon. I used to go to the nail salon when I, couldn't see energy very vividly, but I could still see it, and I'd be sitting there with my hands under those black lights, so black lights kind of help if you want to use black lights when you are starting off to try to train yourself to be better at this, right? I had my hands under the black lights, and I'm like looking around, and I look down, and I'm like, wow, what? Because I see the energy particles between my fingers. And not only that, but it correlated to my heart beating and my blood pumping, right? So my heart would be like bum, 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 and the particles would be like boom, 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 like moving with my body. And so once I was able to zero in on that, I was able to practice, and now I can pretty much see energy particles coming off of everything. And this is something that we can all do as humans. I'm a human just like you're a human. You have the same capabilities as me, basically. So I'll walk by a plant, plants have really vivid energy in my eyes, right? So I'll walk by a plant and I'll see the energy particles around the plant. I'll know if my plants are more healthy or, losing their life force or whatever, because I can see it, and just have an inner knowing and feel it before I actually recognize and realize all this with my physical 3D senses. Okay, so I just wanted to touch on that, you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If this video was helpful for you, give it a big thumbs up. It actually helps the algorithm. It helps other people get this information more easily. And next time I come back, we're going to be talking about how to balance your third eye, all right, to get it more like this. Namaste.